Hello, my brothers and sisters. So let's start with the classes. Yeah. So before that, I'll give an intro again. I've already given it, but still I'll give an intro again. That my classes will be in here. Either it will be in English and Hindi. That is one class. There is even another class where I'll be only using English. Yes, and this is for CA Inter classes for May 2024, September 2025, January 2026, and taking classes in. I'll be taking notes. You have to take you should have a notebook where you should not have accounts, taxation, audit. For law, there should be only one notebook. For tax, there should be only one notebook. Please do not have one notebook for the entire CA intercourse. Yes, kindly make sure that. Next, practicing of questions. One, do not worry that regarding your ICAI questions, because I'll be covering all the questions. One, I'll be solving in class. Two, I'll be giving you homework. The same homework I'll be again teaching you. Okay, this is what, if you're unable to solve it, it's completely fine. I'll be giving you homework in such a manner that you will be able to solve it. But if you're unable to solve it, it's okay. The next day we will be solving it. So yes. Next, tips for examination. Along with the preparation, we will also be looking for the examination. How do we prepare for the examination as well? Yeah, good. Next, if you buy my law book, then this is my law book. If you buy my law book, there will be all question and all the all previous questions, MTP, RTPs, and in a way that it is easier for you to revise. Next, if you buy my tax book, yes, if you buy my tax book, then you'll be getting free classes for taxation, and there is also my summary book for law. There's also, if you are able to see, it's in flowchart manner, so that one day before examination it will be so easier that you can revise it. So not only we are gonna make sure that your concepts are getting stronger in a practical manner, we'll also look for your examination preparation, and we'll also look for all the solving of questions, so you don't have to worry. So what is the important question for this chapter? We'll also do that. And most importantly, one day before examination, how will we cover the entire portions? For that, my law summary book is also available. Yes, and this is a mega offer where if you buy my law summary book and law main book, not only you'll be getting my law classes, also you'll be getting my direct taxes classes for free. Yes, by the way, this book is regarding direct taxation. I'm not taking indirect taxation. I'm just taking direct taxation. Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can do a WhatsApp regarding this, my team, or I will be giving you a reply. Yes, yes. So, one minute. So, so where the subject name is corporate and other laws, regarding where corporate law contains 70 marks. It's very important for us to know that how is the portion divided, and the examination score. How will the examiner make sure that the questions will be done? So first, for corporate law 70 marks and other law contains 30 marks. Yes, and corporate law contains two laws. One is Companies Act 2013. Next is LLP Act, which is Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Now, the second set for other laws is where Foreign Exchange Management Act, General Clauses Act, and interpretation of statutes. So yes, if you see, institute has given us the allotment of marks as well for the chapter wise. Yeah. So how did they give for regarding chapter 1 to 4? Chapter 1 to 4 in Companies Act 2013, they have allotted 14 to 21 marks. I just want to say before going to the next one that there contains four chapters, and for this four chapters it is 14 to 21 marks. Don't consider that okay. So four chapters divided by four. So one chapter contains this much marks. No, I'll tell you even for May 2024, the first two chapters they did not ask any questions. Yes, they ask remaining in third and fourth chapter. So why did ICAI make sure in why did ICAI give this group wise marking, not individual chapter marking? Is a lot of students are skipping chapters. This okay, I'll skip this chapter so that I can get so mark is second priority. ICAI is giving you a hint as well that yes, mark is important, but it is also second priority. Conceptual knowledge is extremely important. I'll tell you why. I'll be showing you why. If you want to be a good chartered accountant, conceptual knowledge is extremely important. I'll tell you eventually why, and I'll give you one of the biggest reasons. Though a person who got a 70 lakh package and the next year he got 5 lakhs package. I'll tell you. Later on I'll tell you how and everything. Next. Chapter 5 to 7, which contains 14 to 21 marks. Chapter 8 to 11 contains 21 to 25 marks. This is so which means Companies Act itself brings to 58 to 60 marks. Companies Act. Now coming to LLP, Limited Liability Partnership, do not even think of skipping this chapter. 11 to 14 marks. Why? Tomorrow, if you are going to do business with your friend and you are thinking of doing a partnership, you will not be doing partnership, you will be doing LLPs. Why? We will see in LLP chapter the reason also along with it. Yes, next. So, for your own sake, how to do it. Tomorrow, a lot of people will invest in you not because you have X amount of money. A lot of people will invest in you because of your knowledge. So, how will you gain it? By understanding the concepts very well. Next, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. You do first. This chapter was earlier in CA final old syllabus. The same way how you had Indian Contract Act, a new syllabus, old syllabus, inter. They also had Indian Contract Act and Negotiable Instrument Act. But that when it came to new syllabus, this went to foundation and for CA final FEMA. So CA final FEMA came. They removed in CA final because there is no more CA final law. They brought into CA inter because they don't want CA inter students to be happier. I'll tell you the reason also why. Because if you ask any CA final student who did old syllabus, just ask them CA inter law, which is the most toughest chapter. Without any hesitation, every CA law student in CA final law student will say FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. And you do not have to worry. Reason. FEMA for CA inter contains only 25%. They have given only 25%, which every CA final students will study. This particular topic, they are unable to study the remaining 75%. That is very hard. So institute also understands that you are in CA inter, so that institute made sure that okay, we will only ask you 25% of FEMA. So that's what they have included in the portions. Yeah. So FEMA next. General Clauses Act. So what is this General Clauses Act? Let's say if provision has not been complied he shall be liable to penalty of 25,000 rupees. This is the provision. This is the provision. Okay. Now, this is the provision. Let's say in Companies Act. Now, what is the now who now let's say Swapna Sundari. Swapna Sundari, what she is saying that I have no problem. I will not comply this provision. And we were shocked. Why are you ready to pay 25,000? No, I'm not. I do not have to pay as well. I asked her why. Look, they have written here he, not she. Exactly. In General Clauses Act, like this, there are a lot of provisions. General Clauses Act is saying so. Yes. Next. Next, there is interpretation of statutes, which is not English. This is not English, but we'll make sure that I'll make it easier for you. I'll make it easier for you. So, for FEMA contains 9 to 12 marks. General Clauses Act contains 11 to 12 marks. And interpretation of statutes contains 8 to 9 marks. Yes. No. From this, they will ask descriptive question for 70 marks, and MCQ they will ask for 30 marks. MCQ they will ask for 30 marks. And do not worry, there is no negative marking. There is no negative marking. You do not have to worry regarding negative marking. There is no negative marking. So the problem is students are unable to complete. So what we do, negative marking for thank God, so that we will fill every question. The problem is students are unable to fill every question. Reason, this MCQ contains case study. This will be in case study. Because this is in case study, where they'll give you a scenario and they will ask some set of questions. This won't be a direct question. This, what is the answer? This is the scenario, and from that they will try to extract some questions and they will give you choose the best answer. And there are a lot of students who do not fill even the because one, the paper is lengthy. CA inter paper is lengthy. Okay, one. So that's why every teacher will say in CA inter to do writing practice. CA foundation also can be completed. CA inter it's become very harder. One, because of case studies. So yeah. So case study, please do not think that, oh, I have to get 40 marks. This is what, when the very first time as a CA student, when I was a CA student, 40 marks, 30 marks MCQ. Life is all set for me. I do not have to worry. All this in dustbin. When I wrote the examination, case study came, my heart shivered. Luckily, conceptual clarity was there. I was able to solve it. So make sure that if you want this MCQ 30 mark, conceptual knowledge is extremely important. So this is what is the portions. Yeah. Now let's start with our class. Companies Act 2013. There may be CA foundation and there may be direct students. So, and there may be a third person like me. Whatever you studied, one in CA foundation, one you did some choose the best topics to study so that you clear the CA foundation, CA entrance exam. Two, even from that, they would have dropped it. They would have, whatever they studied, they would have dropped it so that they do not carry it into CA inter like me. So I'm thinking that you do not know. You do not know. We are going to we'll learn everything. Yes, yes. But still, few questions I will ask. If you remember, that's great. Otherwise, I will anyway tell you. Please do, whenever I ask you a question, please do not be like this. Please do not be like. Please kindly see. Listen. Our brain do not know our behavior. Two things I want to say here. Our brain do not know our behavior. So if you sit like this, our brain automatically thinks the class is what? The class is not interesting for you, but you are interested, you want to say, you want to know Companies Act. Just because you are sitting in such a manner, your brain automatically thinks that. It's unfortunate, we don't want to think, but please, so try to, one, your posture should be good, you should sit properly. Second, whatever happens, whoever says whatever thing, even though the concepts become harder, anything, do not ever say from your mouth that CA Inter is very difficult for me. It's impossible for me to do this chapter. Nothing. Do not go negative. Your brain do not know what is right and what is wrong. Whatever you say out loud, that is what your brain is feeding. Yes. Now, why the Companies Act 2013 came? So why? Simple question. Why did Companies Act 2000 come into picture? Is it because let's start? That is when the very first time companies came, or earlier there were companies. Do you think that when because only Companies Act 2013 came into picture, that's when companies came into picture? That's when companies was formed. Or before Companies Act 2013 itself, there were companies. Yeah, there were companies. So how is that possible? Because before Companies Act 2013, there were Companies Act 1956. There were Companies Act 1913 and all, which we are not going to see this because in questions they are not going to come, and this is not there anymore. We should only look for Companies Act 2013. Yeah, but I just want to say there was already a Companies Act also before Companies Act 2013, and from these act there were a lot of companies which got formed. There were a lot of companies this got formed, but you may have a doubt. So what is the doubt? So why did Companies Act 1956 was there? Then why did Companies Act 2013 came into picture? It's a good question. It's a very, very good question. Companies Act 1956 was there. Then why did Companies Act 2013 came into picture? Companies Act 1956 was there. Why did Companies Act 2013 came into picture? There should be some reason. See, if you see partnership firm, it was already there. They are not going to change it. Why Companies Act 2013 came into picture? That is a very question. Do you have any idea regarding that? I'll give you 10 seconds. Think. Why? Come up with any reason. See, listen, if you are wrong also, one, you will not be remembering that you did something wrong today after 3-4 days or after a week. You will not even remember that I asked you this question. So you do not have to worry, oh God, what if I say nothing? Nobody is watching you. You are the only one, and you also will not remember after 1 week. So when I ask you a question, do reply. So trust me, all this makes you help in your examination. I promise you, when you go to your examination, all this discussion will help you in your examination. I promise you. Yes? Now come on, tell me why Companies Act 2013 came into picture. Any reason, let it be any reason. Why? Because you think this is an old provision. So they thought that, okay, we'll simply again draft a new provision. Or is there any particular reason? Or because Modi government was coming 2014, even Congress knew that Modi government is about to come, so that they thought that we bring companies. Is there any political rivalry? What is the reason? So one reason is Companies Act 1956 was weaker. Companies Act 1956. How it is weaker? Tell you. There was something which happened in 1992. What happened? Okay. Oh God, what is that series name? I forgot, sir. Scam 1992, I think. It's not Harshad Mehta. It's Scam 1992. What Arshad Mehta did, nobody could do it. Nobody could think in such a manner, even though there were a lot of MBA degrees and everything. what how Arshad Mehta visualized and has done in such a manner that nobody could even think about it. He had nothing. Lot of people was like Harshad Mehta, great, great. Even they even said in such a manner. A lot of people say no, doing wrong. This is a wrong thing. You should not scam and everything. There are two cases, and the problem is government did not like it because government what which is generally what happened in a 5 seconds. If I have to say what happened, Harshad Mehta used to take loan because he's a broker. There is nothing. There is no law telling that broker cannot do trading. He traded when stock went high. He sold everything. Stock went low. SB example, one of the biggest stock crashes was SBI. Yes, Arshad Mehta did ups and downs. He controlled the market. You cannot control a single person cannot control the market, but Arshad Mehta did control the market. He has everything with this trading, with this his knowledge and with the knowledge of market. He was the king of the player. Nobody could say that and this. Yes, scam 1992 came into picture. And of course, everybody would have seen. If you did not see, go and see. That's when SEBI Act 1992 came. SEBI Act came. Yes, so during even that time, companies they did not bring Companies Act 2000 Companies Act. Still, there were Companies Act 1956. Yes. So Arshad Mehta went into jail. Everything you know. 2008, something happened. Biggest fraud of corporate governance. What is the bigger? What happened? Biggest fraud. What happened? Every CA has to know this. There's a case. What case? Superb. A Satyam case. And do not think that some officer found it and they took hold of him. No. There was a person, Satyam Ramalinga Raju. He's a chairman. What he did, he on 8 something regarding 8 or 9 o'clock, he came up with a letter that I have done a fraud of 7,000 crores. No, sir, the Companies Act 1956 was there, and Satyam said, I have inflated the market so much. I had nothing, but I have shown the books so high, and I have done a fraud of 7,000 crores. The entire market was struck that day. Entire market, the trading, everything got struck. Everything. You have no idea. Everyone was surprised. We'll see Satyam case in detail later. So, from this, they decided yes, Companies Act should come into picture. So, they decided to bring Companies Act. Do you think that okay, if I mean now government decided to bring Companies Act, they can bring it the next day? Or is there any kind of procedure for you to bring Companies Act? Tell me. I'm sure you have I'm sure how a law can be made. You know that. You have studied in CA entrance examination. So tell me how it is made. Okay, I'll show you the Constitution of India. So This is the Constitution of India. This is the Constitution of India. I'm sure a lot of people, I mean, if you are before your CA foundation, you may not might not have heard about Constitution of India. Might be okay, but after during the election and everything, Rahul Gandhi again and again told we have to make sure that our Constitution of India is in safe hands. Yes or no? He kept on saying. Why did Rahul Gandhi keep on saying that we have to save Constitution of India? We have to save Constitution of India. Tomorrow you want to make any law change, this Constitution of India is what does matter. Any change, Constitution of India, with the help of Constitution of India, you can do anything and everything. So if you see, there is articles in Constitution, and please do not think that this is your articleship. Okay, articles. Article 245 says that Parliament has the power to make laws. Yes, and state legislature of a state has the power to make laws for what? For the state, and parliament has the power to make law for the territory of India. Yes, and now comes Article 246. Article 246 brings three kinds of list. List 1, list 2, list 2, and list 3. Okay, there are three lists. I have already mentioned here. I'll rub it again and I will again tell you. There are three lists. Article 246 has three lists. List 1, list 2, and list 3. List 1 is considered as union list. List 1 is considered as union list. List 2 is considered as state list. And list 3 is considered as concurrent LIST list. Concurrent list. Okay. If you see, Parliament has exclusive power to make laws in list 1. Parliament, which is central government. Parliament has exclusive power to make law. And if you see list 2, state has exclusive power to make laws for the state. So here, state makes law for the state. List 3. Parliament and state. Parliament and state make laws. So, Parliament and state does make law. Make law. So, yes, sir. This is what Article 246 is saying. Yes. Now we'll go regarding list 1. Yes, list 1. What does union list say? So please, there is no scrolling option in this. So a little patience. Because this is the Constitution of India, they have written a lot of things. But what is relevant to you for your CA exams, I'm telling you. Article 246, read with Schedule 7. Article 246, read with Schedule 7, contains list 1. Contains list 1, which is a union list. Which is a union list. There are totally 1 to 97 subjects. I'll show you. I'll change the pen color. Okay. There are totally 97. 97 subjects in Union 1. List 1. If you see, defense, who makes the law? Union list, parliament. Yes, central government, navy, arms, firearms, ammunition, explosives, foreign affairs, UNO, United Nations Organization, all this who makes law? War and peace, foreign jurisdiction, all this who makes law? The parliament. Yes. Banking, stock exchange, insurance, all this who makes law? Superb. All this who makes law, sir? Parliament. You have to see entry number 43 and 44. This is what? This is an entry number 43. In incorporation, regulation and winding up of trading corporation, including banking, insurance and financial corporations, but not including cooperative societies. Yes, next, incorporation, regulation and winding up of corporation. So if you see corporations, who can they can what? They can make law. They can make law with respect to this. If this is not there, you cannot make a Companies Act. So with this help, you are learning what the Parliament has made. Superb. So if you see, this is union list. We'll see also see state list soon. 1. Seventh schedule, Article 246, seventh schedule, list 2, state list. Public order, police, prison, with regarding each and every state, or who makes it? State list, yes. Mamta Banerjee, should I say politically? No, I don't want it. I'm sure you are looking at the news. There was a march, and that CM, the chief minister, went for a march. I can't even understand. Does it contain any sense? Hope it has. So this contains 66 entries. Yes. Now come concurrent list. Criminal law, marriage, divorce, bankruptcy and insolvency, which you'll be studying regarding that in your CA final. Education, all this, both a parliament and state will make the law. Sir, yes, sir. Yes. So, now tell me, generally, how will the law be made? Generally, how will the law be made? Then we will go with how Companies Act came into picture. First, I will generally see how will the law be made. Tell me, how will the law be made? Okay, there are a lot of ministries. If there are a lot of ministry regarding that particular ministry, whether parliament is going to make the law or state is going to make law, or concurrent, both parliament and state is going to make the law, will the particular ministry, for example, do you think that all the ministers which we have are very educated that they can make the entire law? No, they have a committee. Do you think that, I have a question. Our finance minister, you know who is it? Can find our finance minister make law? Just I'm asking you a question. Can she make law? No. Why? She has committees. The same way, all the a particular law you are going to make, that particular ministry will have a committee. Will have a committee. Yes, the committee will contain a lot of people. Yes, and this committee will bring out a draft. Draft. This is what, and this draft is considered as what? Considered as bill. This draft is considered as bill. Yes, and this bill will be read. Where, sir? Will be read in the parliament. The first reading. This bill will be read in the parliament. Sir, yes, sir. Yes. And after reading, then there will be public opinion. There will be public opinion. Sir, yes, sir. Then what will be then recommendation? Then they will filter out. They will filter out the comments and come up with a recommendation. Okay, for this comment, okay, this is a valid comment. We'll come up with a recommendation. Yes, yes. Then approval is required. No space. Okay. Approval is required. Whose approval is required, sir? Whose approval is required? No, you have to tell me that. Whose approval? So already this itself, I'm sure that you would have already known. If you did not know, that's great. But whose approval is required? I'm sure everybody knows this. Whose approval is required for a law to come into picture? For an act to come into picture? Lok Sabha? Then Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. They will give their consent. They will give their consent. Yes. So, for example, Lok Sabha, how many people will be there? Right now, there is Prime Minister and 545 MPs. Yes. And what about in Rajya Sabha? There are 245. There are 245. Yes. From this, in Lok Sabha, you should get more than 50%. From Lok Sabha, you should get more than 50%. In Rajya Sabha, you should get more than 50%. Sir, once you get the approval of both, then you have to get the president's approval. Then you have to get the whose approval? President's approval. If you get all this, then in official gazette, it will be published. Once in official gazette it is published, that particular act came into picture. This is what is how an act come into force. Yes. Now, how did companies come into force? Companies Act 2013 came into force. Now you tell me. I already told you this. Now you tell me. Okay. Have you decided how it came into? Okay. First, Constitution of India. We'll start from there. Constitution of India is giving power. Yes. Sir, I know, sir, you already know this. But there be one student like me who knows 99% but do not know 100%. Yes. So please, considering that I'm just you're revising. Consider this as a revision. You know this, okay? Article. Tomorrow nobody should come and tell me that, sir, you did not teach me this. Article 246, read with Schedule 7. That is Union List, which is List 1. Contains entry number 43 and 44. With this, they can make Companies Act. They can make Companies Act. Yes. So if you see, Satyam scam came into picture. Yeah. So the Congress was ready to during that period. Congress was the government. So they want to bring in the new act. So them to bring in the new act, who will bring it? There's a particular ministry who's taking care of companies, Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Finance. Who's the head? Who's the chairperson? Who's the head? Everybody knows this person. Nirmala Sitaraman ji. Yes, Nirmala Sitaraman ji. Please, I'm sometimes I'm talking Congress, BJP. I'll be give, sir, and I'm not running for any party. Will I will also. I do not have any idea of running in any party. Okay, and election is over. So especially, I'm not bringing this nothing. There's no this is an emotion. Party is an emotion. Any party. If I like a party, that is an emotion for me. If you like a party, that is an emotion. You have to consider. See, there are a lot of people who spill facts. Still a lot of people do not consider that and they vote for some other parties. Yes, there are a lot of situations because this is an emotion. It's okay. No party is 100% perfect. And do always remember, even yeah, there were a lot of people, even Kangana Renault recently in a podcast said that yes, if you see inside they will what they'll be fighting, but when it comes outside, they'll be in a canteen. They'll be what? They'll be friends. Opposition will be friends. Opposition will call Kangana for in a party function on and everything. So please do not break your friendship, do not break your family and your neighbors just because you like a party and your other person like what another party. Nirmala Sitaramanji. Do you think Nirmala Sitaramanji has such a knowledge that so yes sir, this came into Congress. I'm giving you an example. Yes, so I do understand there was a finance minister who became a prime minister. His name is Manmohan Sirji, Manmohan Singh ji. I'm sorry, and he was a brilliant person. I do agree. I love it. The best for me. I'm not saying regard the best one. He has great knowledge. He has such a great knowledge. No, please. So I love. If you are asking me, he's a great person for me. Yeah. So forgetting that, they will have departments. They will have departments. There is a kind of a committee. I already told you. Yes. Now, if you see for Companies Act, there were three committees. There were three committees. Who and all are the committees, sir? Do you have any idea? Kumar Mangalam Birla. Please kindly, I'm sure that you would have seen him. If you do not see, you just go and go to Google and see him. He's a chartered accountant. Though he is having X amount of money, still his father told him CA bun, go do CA. Yes, sir. Yes. Next, Narayana Murthy. This is another committee. Yes, I'm sure everybody know Narayana Murthy ji. Yeah, yeah. Next, JJ Irani. Not who you think is Irani. This is another person. Yes, these three-person committee came out with a bill. This bill is considered as what? A draft. This bill is considered as draft, sir. Yes, sir. And this draft was rejected first. Draft was rejected. The very first time it got rejected on 23/10/2008. Rejected 2009. Again rejected 2010. They took a break. Again 2011 got rejected. 2012 also got rejected. Yes, got rejected. This bill. Again they brought into 2013. So yes, they read in first. They read in the parliament. When did they read in the parliament, sir? There'll be a reading. This bill will be read. When did the very first time it came? It got rejected on, yes, they read it on 23/10/2008. Yes, they read in the parliament. I don't know it is there in YouTube or not. If it is there, kindly let me know. Yes, then there'll be a public opinion because this is corporate. Lot of corporate comments were there. Because this is a corporate. Company is a corporate, right? Corporate opinions were there. Comment. Yes, and the standing committee, which is Kumar Mangalam committee, Narayana Murthy committee, and JJ Irani committee. These three committee, what they did, they collected the comment and they came up with the recommendation. Okay, like this. Because all these years they what it got they gave a comment. They came up with a recommendation also. Yes, and then whose approval is required? Whose approval is required, sir? In Parliament, yes. In the both House of Parliament, you need both House of Parliament. One is Lok Sabha, LS. I'm writing LS. Next is Rajya Sabha. Yes, you need more than 50%. Which did they get in 2013? Yes. Along with it, they also got the president consult also. When did they get it? On 29th August 2013. On 29th August 2013, they got the who was the president, sir, during that time? Who was the president during that time? Pranab Mukherjee. Yes, superb. Pranab Mukherjee also gave the consent. Yes, and then it was published in official gazette. It was published in official gazette. Sir, yes, sir. When, sir? When was it published in official gazette? On 12th of September. 12th of September 2013, they published also. I'll also write. Yes. I want you before I want everybody to stop it. I want to show you one thing. Sir, it's a 1 minute video. This is very important. I want everybody to listen to this. Please kindly listen to this. It's a 1 minute video. Okay. If you are not able to hear voice clearly, there is caption. Okay.
Talk to me about multitasking. 100% of us think that we're excellent multitaskers. The truth is, only 2% of human brains can effectively multitask. Multitasking is a scientific myth. There is no such thing. When you are multitasking, what you are effectively doing is task switching, doing two separate tasks in rapid succession. And your brain is wired to do one thing at a time. The thing with multitasking is that it weakens your memory, your cognition, it decreases your productivity ironically. It also weakens your ability to solve complex problems by weakening your prefrontal cortex. We cannot afford to multitask. So the antidote to multitasking is monotasking. Monotasking is doing one thing at a time. Let's say you have 4 work tasks to do now. Instead of completing them all at once, spend 5 or 10 minutes on one task, then take a short break. Then the second task, 5, 10, 15 minutes if you can, take a short break. So by the end of that hour, you have made headway on all 4 different tasks, but you have not weakened your prefrontal cortex in the meantime. What do you want to do in those short breaks? Go for a walk, stretch, try some of the breathing exercises, be mindful and present during the break.
So, have you watched it? Sir, why did I show you this video? There are 2 reasons for this. One, they are talking about multitasking, which is a scientific myth. There is nothing called as multitasking. Okay, so you cannot do 2 things at a time. You cannot. I'm really sorry. Yes, even during when I was a CA student, what I used to do, I used to do multitasking. Please give multitasking to your phone. It will do everything. Phone can do multitasking. Not to reason one. In this video, they have told you it weakens your memory. It weakens your memory. It weakens your productivity system. So, because you're doing it, weakens memory, weakens productivity system. These are the 2 things which every single CA student looks for. Every single CA student look for is in a YouTube video how my memory becomes sharper so that I can do lot of revisions and how can I be productive. All these things you are reducing just because you're multitasking. Do monotasking, which is one thing at a time. Your entire CA journey. After you become CA, do whatever you want. You became CA? No, but before your mind should be stronger. Do monotasking. 1. 2. In classes, not only in my class, any classes, if anybody says anything, do not listen to them. This is a Harvard University's researcher, so she is right. Okay, let's go with science. Don't go with a person who teaches. No, including, do not listen to me. This is Harvard University's one of the researcher. Yes, so her word is she has done science regarding this. Do not do two things at a time. What we do, when I teach you, you write, along with it, you listen. No, 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 no. You listen. Then what do you do? I will tell you to write. After that, only you have to write. You should not do both things at not only my class, every single teacher's class. I want you to do this. Trust me, your life will be amazing. A lot of people say, "Oh, do this, do this." It's a mental rush. Why are you going into mental rush? Do one thing at a time. This is the productivity system. Don't do this multitasking. It reduces. If you want to increase, do what? Monotasking. See, one thing at a time. One thing at a time is called monotasking. And listen to the class, then only write. Sometimes I will tell you write along with me. That time I will not be teaching you. I'll also be writing. You also write, no problem. I'll also give you time also. See, I'm going to give you time right now. Okay? Right. Sir, I'm really sorry if my handwriting is very bad. What is there is what is there. My handwriting is neat only. I'll trust me. But when I'm explaining, I don't know why my handwriting becomes, and I do not care also regarding my handwriting. I'm really sorry, I do not care. I wanted to, but I do not. I make sure that I want to teach you properly, but I do not care about my handwriting. My exams are over. No more exams. I don't want to write any more exam in my life. No, enough. CA itself is enough. It taught me a lot of things. Oh my God. So yeah. Yeah, I became what now. If someone is telling do BCom, yes, I also did BCom. But now if anybody is saying do BBA, BCom, oh enough. Yeah, so I do not care about handwriting also. No, point two, if a person, this is the time for you to improve your writing speed. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Very simple. Those who do not increase their writing speed, they will come. They will write only 80 to 85 marks. In my class, we will also look for writing speed. Also, we'll make sure that your writing speed increases. I promise you, your writing speed will increase in my class. I'll make sure that. Why? Because a person whose writing speed is less, he'll say, "Oh, I did not complete my exam." Lot of students do not complete. They study. They know 100 marks, but they are able to write 80 marks. You do not have any idea how painful it is. Because I know. So your writing should be faster. You have to write very fast. A lot of students, what your handwriting should be beautiful and your writing speed should be faster. That's when you write for 100 marks and you get good marks. Yes. Okay. We copied. Okay. So um, because this is a Sunday, we will look for. We'll take only 1 hour, but from tomorrow on I will take 2 hours class. From now always it will be 2 hour class. Okay, so do revise. Thank you.